Hello, everyone. What's going on? My name is Timpedia, and welcome back to Let's Play.
What the
hell was that?
What the? Did you just shit yourself?
I started saying Let's Play. Because I've been recording Force of Corruption again, and I caught myself saying, "Hey, welcome back to Let's Play," and then that's when my brain shut down.
Fucking blue screened on the fucking line.
Yeah, that was static.
Jesus
that was
Christ.
a static blast to really wake everybody
My
up for the podcast.
dude got the fucking blue screen frowny face.
Oh
like,
my god. That was so accidental. That was so funny. I did not mean to do that. Wow. Hey everybody.
Oh, I love that. That was funny.
How's everybody doing? We're oh my god.
We're the TNT podcast.
Damn, we're TNT podcast.
Episode
I'm your
206.
amazing host, Just Tyler.
Yep.
On my right.
It's Friedman.
That's me,
just Friedman.
Timpedia. I'm here. No, because you're on my
sorry.
right, Friedman.
Directional
So you'd be on
challenge. You're right.
Tyler's
I'm just left.
Oh,
because we
well,
never
who's
did the
on third?
in-person podcast to actually figure it out.
For 300, we'll do it.
If you're on my right, then who's on second?
Oh, I'm
my
sorry. It's
God.
Friedman, also known as Andrew, but mostly known as just Friedman.
Oh my god.
And we got a ton of great topics to talk about.
Not really.
With a minimal Weeb shit this week.
Yeah.
Minimal Weeb shit. I like how I was like a ton of great topics, and then I see the first one, I'm like, all right, never mind.
No, so this is something I want to talk about because this has been a big thing in the Magic community. Not at large. I would say the big internet Magic community. So, as everybody knows, Magic. As we talked about 2 podcasts ago, Final Fantasy is the most sellingest thing that Wizards has ever done by a million miles. Spider-Man spoilers are rolling out. I'm sure those cards, as the cards come out, all I think is, boy, I don't want to play any of these, and boy, these are going to make a lot of money for Wizards. Freeman, I suspect fully that Wizards will say this was their like quadruple most profitable year they've ever had in history.
I mean, it's going to be, but I'm sitting here, heeing and hawing at like, is Spider-Man really what's causing them to make a lot of money this year?
No, it's I think Final Fantasy will still win, but Tyler, have you seen any of these Spider-Man cards?
I heard of the fabled, like, some are gonna be printed and some cannot be thing.
So they are doing a lot of as you would expect, they are doing a lot of direct comic book art on promos. Yeah. And there are a lot of people who are like, I don't care about, like, it's going to be another Final Fantasy where people are like, I don't care.
I don't give a shit about Magic. I'm collecting because I like Spider-Man and I like comics.
This is a collage of cool Spider-Man art.
Okay, maybe this will sell well.
Oh, it's going to sell well. I really do think the Weeb cost is higher than the Spider-Man cost, but I could be wrong.
I'd put it this way. No one buys waifu figures of Mary Jane Watson.
No, but they buy $1,000 like alternate covers for comic books.
Yeah.
Either way, Magic is making more money than ever. Commander is firing all the time at LGSs. I'm probably going on Friday with Leslie again to play at the store. But the previous preeminent format of Magic was Standard. For many, many years, the competitive and primary way to play Magic the Gathering was Standard. The previous 2 years' worth of sets, all legal, and you build a 60-card deck with a 15-card sideboard, and that was tournament play.
On top of that, I will add that was the primary format of Arena, Wizards' biggest digital product they've ever offered.
It still is.
Yes.
If you play Arena, you are playing Standard, either best of 1 or best of 3, but best of 3 is, quote, real Standard. But that is what Arena has. Standard, to me, just seems to be dying. It's plain and simple. Stores are constantly talking about how they're not firing Standard, they're firing Commander. Maybe they fire Limited, like Drafting or Sealed, but it's not Standard. The VV deck from Final Fantasy, funny enough, is completely dominating the format ever since the bans that we had. And no one's playing it. There was a massive tournament this weekend that this same time last year had 1,500 people. This year they had 700 people in Florida.
Oh, wow.
And the top 8 was 6 VV decks and 2 mono red decks. So the format is not diverse. and people don't care, frankly. And honestly, I'm kind of in the boat of like, it doesn't matter. Like, I think Magic has evolved past the point of anyone giving a shit about competitive. I think it's genuinely like, for better or worse, we are now Fortnite, and who cares about competitive Fortnite? Is competitive Fortnite why people play it? No.
I mean, here's the thing. I'm gonna jump to the other perspective here because, like, I don't know about you, but I started Magic with Standard. For me, it was Standard's an easy entry point with a limited card pool where there's a couple known decks. You show up at Friday Night Magic to play 3 matches where the stakes on the line are, do I win 3 packs? Like, for me, that was it. I basically dropped out of competitive the first Pro Tour qualifier I went to and gave up on any semblance of wanting to compete in Magic. But the idea of going to Friday Night Magic to play 3 games with something on the line was not that hard, and it was a great entry point into Magic.
I completely agree, Freeman. I think so.
But there's also I'm talking about what it was like in 2014.
Well, so I think, and we have talked about this. I think Commander is the worst way to learn Magic. Commander is so complicated. You have to know so many things about the game to even enjoy Commander. It's terrible.
Yeah, the day we're seeing Demon Slayer, I have to teach 2 new people, and they wanted to learn Commander first. I'm like, fucking kill me. This is impossible.
You should be like Freeman. I refuse. Freeman, you should genuinely be like, download Arena right this second and go through tutorials on your phone for the entire time before that.
That's actually what I tell people to do these days. I'm like, just play the tutorial on Arena. Don't spend a penny. Play the tutorial. Play like 1 match with a deck color you like, and call it a day.
So I think, Freeman, this is what I think is the way to fix Standard. I think 2 things. Competitive Magic is mostly dead. It has been for a while. I think people don't care about like the old pros. I think it doesn't. I think, for better or worse, who is famous in the Magic community? People who play Commander and run Commander channels, like Josh Lee Kwai.
I was going to say
Wong,
social
Professor,
media personalities, not actual players, content creators.
The only people who kind of have made it are the pros who are streamers full time now. Like that's who is the famous Magic players. Not for everybody, but they get the most views. I think the fix here, Friedman, is you take Standard, instead of 3-year rotation, you go to 1.5-year rotation. So there's a way more limited card pool, because right now, what is every deck? It's just the best cards. There's no deck from Edge of Eternities has done nothing in Standard, because everyone takes the best 3 cards from every set and just builds a deck out of them. That they just slot into existing decks. There's no new archetype. There's just the best cards.
I mean, I always think of this because when I joined Magic, it was the tail end of the 3-set blocks, core set. We rotate once a year. Like 2 years into me playing Magic, they're like, all right, we're changing up. We're going to do a rotation every 6 months after every other set comes out. And it's like, well, this doesn't work either. And then they're like, well, people don't really like rotation, so let's just like make Standard super big. And now I think they've settled on the whole idea about just like at the start of the year we rotate, and there's just too much shit in Standard.
So I was gonna say you have to slash rotation by a lot, and you have to print play boosters into the dirt. We need to go back to like
do that.
They have to.
They can't do that. Born of the Gods ended its print 2 months after it was printed and had to sit a year and a half in Standard with no way to acquire any of these cards.
Yeah, that's
the way Papa Hasbro wants it.
But Freeman, I think the flip side is that collector boosters fill out that space. I think
absolutely.
I think they should take every normal card, like take. I think they're doing the right thing in taking a lot of the special stuff. I think it's silly to take everything out of play boosters. I think there should be more special stuff in play boosters, but I think they should be cheap. I think I think them boosting up the price of these play boosters for Universes Beyond is really what's killing it, because the VV deck in Standard is $800. I don't care if it's rotating in 3 years. Vivi itself is like $80.
Vivi itself is. I was gonna say Vivi itself is like more than a third of that deck. 4 copies of this one card is more than a third of the deck.
But the deck doesn't do anything without Vivi. The whole deck is built around Vivi.
I'm not saying she shouldn't be that expensive. I'm just saying like that's.
I'm saying she shouldn't be that expensive. I'm saying a good Standard deck. I'm saying the top 5 Standard decks should all be $150 each, and then you just print them into the dirt.
Man, you're acting like Shieldred wasn't $90 for the entirety of her time in Standard.
Because she was played a ton, but also she
was
the best black card.
Yes. And
No,
Vivi's just the best card.
Yeah, but I think we need to rotate more because there's no, like, Agatha's Soul Cauldron is the other half of that deck, and that card wouldn't exist if you rotated faster. It's because rotation is so long that the deck survives.
They're also struggling to balance anything. And the fact that they have this large card pool and they're so violently against emergency banning.
I think the big problem is when, like I said, when you have standards so big, what is your incentive to build a deck based around synergy? There is none. The only one that ever did well recently was the fucking mono red mice deck because Bloomburrow was... You just built a Bloomburrow deck.
So this is a whole other conversation because Maro has acknowledged recently that the whole idea that we don't actually reuse mechanics set to set is kind of a problem, and he admitted that when the new sets that aren't already in design in 5 to 6 years are pumping out, they'll finally address it. So,
but Standard's gonna be dead more by then.
Future Standard. So 3 full rotations from now.
It is pathetic to me.
They'll print Trample in two sets in a row.
It boggles my mind that we didn't see this coming when they went from 3 blocks to 3 sets to 2 sets to 1 set of block. And there's no mechanical like, yes, there are little underground things. The survival mechanic of Duskmourn plays well with the station cards. Wow, that is so cute. Too bad all of those cards don't match up to an Overlord that you just play on 3 and ramps you, or play on 4 and you get 2 1/1s in a few turns, you just win because of value. Too bad that doesn't compare to up the Beanstalk.
Hot take. The reason this is happening is because they moved away from you drafting multiple sets together. You no longer draft sets together, and that's why it's like this. It used to be that the sets had to play well with each other in Limited, and now that they don't, they put 0 mechanical cohesion between sets.
What's what I mean?
Getting away with it. If they used to, it would make the worst draft experiences ever, and people would stop paying for cards. And now that they're doing single set drafts, that's why this is like this.
Well, sure, because everything has to function on its own.
Yeah.
But like they always are like, ooh, the little fringes. If you look really hard, no one has to do that. No one's playing the sorcery speed black removal from Edge of Eternities of -2/-2, or if you void. You -10/-10. No one's playing that because the word void on the card. They're playing it because it's the only good black removal spell. There's no mono red warp deck.
Everyone's just playing piles.
There's no station deck. That's what I mean. We're in the era of just, oops, I have 3 years of cards. I guess I'll just pick the best 3 cards from every set and I win, I guess, question mark?
It's annoying.
It's so boring. Oh my god. And it's honestly, it sucks too for Commander. Because, Freeman, what is the incentive? Your In-Spirit deck that you designed.
Yeah.
Or that you bought.
Yeah.
You're never going to get another station card for that deck.
Thankfully, it's not a station deck. It's a charge counter deck. So I just have to pray to God they bring that mechanic back at some point.
Well, I mean, the last time we got charge counters was like 10 years ago on Mirrodin, so I don't hold
like I said, this is not a deck that I regularly update. This is a for funsies low power deck that I own.
But Freeman, imagine if you start Magic and you're like, Final Fantasy. Look at the Final Fantasy set. Like, well, okay, they were so generic on purpose.
And you're missing what's going on here. Wizards sold me this deck that I won't be buying upgrades for. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna buy another deck. That's another 100 cards I have to purchase from them.
Wrong. That's less money for them. You're not going and buying collector boosters to upgrade, or buying packs to get 1 card that you need. Commander.
No, instead I need 100 more for another deck.
I think the Commander decks are not where they make their money. They only make money in the sense that Wizards sells them directly. They need people to crack collector boosters. That is where I think all the money for sets comes from these days.
So I'll put it this way. Tyler, I'm sorry we're spending so much time.
We have to stop talking about this within a minute.
Yeah, no, every beginner who I've taught Magic to, I'm always very aggressively telling them, stop buying sealed products, stop buying shit that Wizards of the Coast boxed up, and start buying singles online, and they're all terrified of it. They want to buy official product. So
no, they want to crack packs.
The commander decks sell very well to the beginners. They do. Wizards is very aggressively targeting with the entire concept of Universes Beyond. So it fits in there.
No, I'm not saying they don't sell well, But I'm just saying that once I sell you a commander deck, you're done. But Friedman, in the main set of Final Fantasy, there's a couple cards that go with Titus. What if you went down to your store and bought some collector boosters for $100? Don't you want to open?
No,
I'm
not disputing what you're saying here. That like the commander deck is very much here's your first hit.
Yes.
And now you got to go chase it some other way.
Sure, but I'm saying that Wizards doesn't make that's like saying a meth dealer makes most of their money off first-time customers.
Yeah,
they don't. I mean, it's the people who come back for a hit every week, which is buying a packs every week.
But here's the thing, flip side. I bought the narrowest fucking deck they've printed in the last couple years. The other deck they printed with it is just Landfall. It's super generic, and you can always put stuff into it. So counterpoint, I just picked the bad deck because I'm a loser.
What do you mean? You picked a thematic deck, and there's nothing wrong with that. And it sucks that you won't get any support for that deck anytime soon.
I know. I straight up told Leslie, I'm not designing this deck to play in your meta. I'm designing to play in a different one. It will never work.
Say
in
your meta to her. Oh my god.
I said yours and ours, the three of us. Like the meta we play in Spirit will never survive. This is meant for low power or beginner.
Groups. It's not meant for beginners?
Sequels to indie
darlings that took 7 years to come out that people didn't think was even going to exist.
I didn't think Silksong would ever exist.
Thought GTA 6 was going to happen first.
Literally thought
you're definitely not alone in that. I'm sure lots of people are in the same exact boat. So yeah, Silksong.
Yeah, to recap the timeline, last time we talked, we had just seen the trailer for it with no date given, and then 2 days after we recorded, they confirmed a September 4th release date.
Yup.
Absolutely wild that it's like, yeah, it's out in 2 weeks. Get hyped. Like, don't give anyone an opportunity to let this leave the hype cycle.
Oh, and also, which seems right.
Thursday.
Also, it's funny to me that Team Cherry apparently in interviews about this were like, yeah, we're going to do more stuff. We have a lot of big plans after Silksong, and it's like, Jesus Christ. That's what got us here. Like
another 10 years from now.
The fact that people are getting Silksong for free as a Kickstarter reward is one of the funniest things ever to me. Like the fact that...
Is that really? That's a thing?
Because Silksong was supposed to be the expansion pack for Hollow Knight. Shit. So when they announced that they were going to do a sequel, they're like, yeah, we'll honor all the people who we were going to give this to as an expansion pack. So there are a bunch of people who are waiting for Silksong as a Kickstarter reward.
Damn. Well,
as someone who didn't play Hollow Knight but heard it's like the greatest thing that was ever invented in terms of 2D Souls-likes.
Cool. It was fun. I didn't play through all of it. I just kind of was like, I don't feel like grinding through this. I beat the Mantis Sisters, which is like the first really big hurdle, and I'm like, fuck this. I'm not really having fun with this.
Damn, Tyler.
Do I own it?
I don't know. Do you?
This is an important question.
It's fun. Don't get me wrong. I think Hollow Knight is a good game. I think it's
Oh shit, I own Hollow Knight. I didn't know that. I've never played it.
I just wasn't into it.
I do own Hollow Knight. Let's install this. I mean, I'm happy for people who've been waiting for this. I think the funniest thing is one of the interviewers like, why was it delayed? And like, well, it wasn't delayed. We just we weren't working that fast on it.
Well, I think they also said
taking our time.
They also said they chased every single mechanical idea every single idea they had. They were like, we will do this.
Yeah, I also saw another stat that Hollow Knight has made. Like, if you look at how much it made when they announced the sequel, they've made double that amount since then.
Wow.
Damn.
Also, it's really funny how a lot of other indie games were like, we have announced that we are moving our release date out 2 weeks or a month to get away from Hollow Knight Silksong.
Damn.
I don't blame them. You do not want to compete with these major releases.
I mean, once GTA 6 is coming out, I'm sure a lot of people are moving their shit around.
I mean, I really hate to think of this, but like a lot of games lately, they live or die on the hype of streamers playing them. Like take Uma Musume's English language release. It blew up because everyone was playing it at the same time and it brought attention to it.
Has it completely fallen off already?
Oh, absolutely. No, it completely has in the streamer space. No one's memeing. I mean, I still get Uma memes because the memers are still on it, but streamers are off of it. Except maybe Pete. I think he's still on it. But what was I getting at here? You want to capture the hype cycle, so you don't want easy interruptions to your game potentially exploding. Hate to say it, but that's the game launch meta we're in right now.
Yeah.
What is big on Twitch right now?
What is it still Marvel Rivals? Or are we falling off of that?
I thought I heard that Marvel Rivals is already over.
I mean, they released the
Wait,
the
is
Loki...
the biggest thing really just chatting by literally a factor of 10 right now?
Not even
They
remotely
probably have
surprised.
some like Twitch thoughts or something like that on
GTA
there.
5 is
It's
the second most.
Kai and
Oh,
Hassan
God.
are both just chatting. Who
When
I
does
feel
Hassan
like I
ever not
recognize
just
those
chat?
names.
Well, Hassan's a political streamer, so he's always just chatting.
Well, Kai, that guy who I've heard his
He
name
could be doing
before.
literally anything.
Oh,
Kai
apparently
Cenat.
oh my god. This is horrifying. I should not have opened Twitch. Now I'm just depressed.
Yeah, and Counter-Strike 2 barely losing to Call of Duty. Anyway, back on topic.
Yo, League is doing the... Wow, League is actually crushing Fortnite right now. That's wild.
Not a sentence I expected in the current year.
Nope.
Anyway.
Didn't all the big Fortnite people move to, like... Didn't they all get paid to go somewhere else or something?
Oh, you're talking about when everyone got moved over to Kick, and then Kick... Oh, it's Kick still a
the
thing?
bucket?
Is it Kick? Ha!
I don't even know what the alternative is anymore. Facebook Gaming, get out of here.
Facebook Gaming. What, you don't want to play Farmville?
YouTube Gaming, as people stream on YouTube now.
What about Mafia Wars?
Oh boy.
No, none of that.
All right,
what
anyway.
is virtual casino?
Oh god.
Having more than Apex Legends.
That's crazy. You know what? I saw a video recently of like some of these like gambling streamers just literally pissing away all of their money. I was like, damn, that's rough, buddy.
Is it though?
Like, it kind of is, like, because you realize like it's an addiction, and they're literally like, people are giving them money just so like they can see them crash the fuck out and like lose thousands of dollars.
That's pathetic.
Yeah, like you hear them on stream sometimes. They're like begging their fucking audience, like, please just give me $5, $5, please. I'll do whatever you want. I just need $5. I'm like, yikes. Damn. That couldn't be me though.
Yeah, so at some point Twitch seems to have updated all my settings. I went to go click on to see what this virtual casino game is like, and it shows me no channels based on your content settings. I go in and somehow all of the fun settings have been disabled on mine. So I had to turn them off. I wonder if they had a big update that just did this for everyone. Straight up hide sex. Wild.
What?
Yeah, hide content with sexual themes.
Oh.
Maybe it prevents you from watching hot tub streams. I don't know. Anyway,
wait. So I opened Reddit real quick, and right near the top, Twitch viewership drops to lowest in 5 years after ViewBot crackdown.
Yeah, they did a big push to stop view bots, and people like Asmon Gold are realizing like, hey, most of my viewer base was bots, and I did not know about
poor
this.
babies! Oh no!
Right.
Oh, so sorry.
Big sad.
Oh my god, these casino channels! What the fuck? This is straight up just televised gambling.
When do you think?
Yeah.
When do you think the big ad crash is going to happen again? Where advertisers are going to like, hey, we're sending all this money to like YouTubers and shit, and we get zero return on any of this.
So the question is, how effective are ads? Because I'm at the point where somehow Facebook or Meta has figured out that I really want to buy this one hat that just has the Game Boy Color logo on it. And this ad is everywhere because they know that I keep clicking on it every time I see it, thinking about buying it and then walking away. So at some point they got to figure out this guy isn't actually buying anything we're advertising to him. We should stop advertising to him. But they haven't figured it out, so I'm going to keep clicking on this hat until it eventually goes away. But realistically, I'm probably going to buy this hat next week.
Damn, see, so they already know.
They got you.
But I'm curious about how.
Now that you said that out loud, now it'll go away.
Yes, they know. Like, all right, sale confirmed. Move on.
They heard you. They heard us, and they're like, you said you were gonna buy it. Well, as soon as you do.
All right, can I move on to this Switch 2 nonsense?
This
Please.
fucking Nintendo garbage.
Dude, so I've been following this story, and I'm watching every journalist not understand what's going on and writing the wrong story. So the big one I saw last week was like, why is Mario Kart World sales so slow compared to Mario Kart 8? And I'm sitting like, you mean why is the Switch 2 exclusive game selling way lower than the previous version that a lot of people are saying is objectively better that's available on all of the Switches? I don't know. I wonder why it's selling slower. And people are really missing the point. So Nintendo got a lot of flack for this when the Switch 2 launched. Like it's $400 something, $450, and they're like, "Well, what are families who are too poor to buy this console supposed to do?" And the head of Nintendo said, without blinking, he's like, "Well, then just buy a Switch 1. It's meant to be our affordable gaming experience." And everyone's like, "Ha ha! Look at him telling the poors to go buy the old Switch that they shouldn't be buying because it's not going to get any more games," ignoring the fact that Nintendo's release strategy is, we're not fully moving to the Switch 2 yet. We want every game we release for a while to still be Switch 1 compatible because we have the install base. We can still sell these units. It's now the budget Switch. It's the same idea of like the Xbox Series where you have the lower powered one. The Switch is now filling that role of being the lower powered Switch 2 that most games are available for. And this ties into the second news story about a lot of developers not being able to get Switch 2 dev kits. And the real reason isn't that Nintendo's trying to shaft these developers. It's Nintendo's trying to push their developers to say, hey, we want you to make your games still Switch 1 compatible. We prefer you just develop for Switch 1 so that it's a good experience because we want you to support games that are on our base unit as well as the premium one that we're selling some new games on. And that's the model they're sneakily trying to go to without really saying it out loud. And I don't think the media is picking up on this. Like, Nintendo wants the Switch 1 to keep going as the budget console. And this is their way of doing
make it
it.
seem like it sometimes.
They don't. They've just been dead silent.
Bad.
They only advertise the Switch 2 these days. They have a full hour-long technical demonstration of Kirby's Air Ride City Trial mode. But at the same time, like everyone else should be developing for the Switch 1.
I guess we'll see how well that strategy works out, I guess.
I really wonder because I don't know how the whole concept of the like the digital game cards works, because the whole idea is like, let's say this holiday season, I want to go buy Pokemon Legends ZA. Actually no, never mind. It works back. It works in the other direction. If I buy a Switch 1 cartridge, I can play it on the Switch 2. It's only an issue if I bought it. If I bought it on Switch 2, I couldn't take it out of a Switch 2 to play on a Switch 1, which I guess is it's a very rare scenario someone's going to go backwards. People are more likely to go forwards, where they'll buy a game and then eventually they'll get a Switch 2 and it'll still be available. I don't know. Either way, that's my theory, that just game journalists aren't picking up what Nintendo's strategy is, even though they told it to our faces.
Game
Maybe they're trying to interpret
right?
it. Game journalists.
I mean, I think they're just trying to rage bait. Like, look, Nintendo doesn't want people developing for the Switch 2, and it's like, the story is that Nintendo wants people developing specifically for Switch 1.
I mean, people were still developing shit. I mean, actually, I just talked about this the other day. Persona 4 did release for the PS2.
Oh, it did. It was
after. Was out.
Yeah, it was after PS3, because everyone was like, this is now the PS2's swan song. And I heard that phrase a million times describing this game years before I gave a shit about Persona. And people were kind of the same way with, like, because Twilight Princess released on GameCube the same time the Wii came out. So people said the same thing about that. But yeah. All right, I'm done ranting about Nintendo. They did nothing. The Pokemon Company didn't do anything stupid this week, so I have no more material.
That's fair. Nah, fuck them still.
All right, but let's talk about the main topic, the one that everyone on this channel, the main topic that everyone on this channel really cares about. Christ. The greatest Empire at War YouTuber that the subreddit has ever seen has returned.
That's not true. That's proven untrue.
He's finally done recording that shitty podcast with his two friends and releasing real gameplay footage.
Oh my god.
So Tim.
So is there an actual plan to this or what?
No, I'm just fucking with you for 3 minutes before we move on. The listeners want to know. What other Empire at War mods are you going to do series for? Because it seems like you have 3 concurrent series going.
No, I only have 2.
You only have 2?
I finished the season. So the first one was season 2. Was literally just playing through the campaign unmodded. then I started Thrawn's Revenge and realized, oh my god, this has way too many mechanics. This is like a whole new video game. I'm going to play the skirmish mode, see the cool units, and then maybe try to play Galactic Conquest. But in the meantime, I wanted to play the Galactic Conquest mode, so I grabbed Alliance at War. So those are the 2 ongoing ones right now.
Gotcha. I thought you had 3. I was like, this is wild. You have all this going on at the same time. Well, this is going to be like a light casual thing.
No, those are going to be the 2 for now. And then eventually I'd like to do a bunch more. I already have a bunch downloaded on Steam. I just need to... These are easier because they launch through the mod. So Empire at War has actually been updated like once a year occasionally. I don't know if it's by like Disney or LucasArts or whoever, but they actually added like an in-game mod menu, but for some reason only like 3 of the mods show up. So I just went with some of the mods that show up. But I want to do Fall of the Republic, which is the other Thrawn's Revenge team. Guy Corey, who I used to talk to a bunch. His team did a second mod. They have a third one in development. And they do a mod for Sins. They're psychos. But I want to do their second mod, Fall of the Republic. I want to do... And there's a bunch of other mods people have been telling me to do, and I've been trying to download some of the more popular ones on the workshop. So I'm going to try to work through a whole bunch of them. I don't know how long before I burn out on Force of Corruption again, but right now I'm still enjoying playing it plenty, so that's good. And then eventually I'm sure I'll get back into playing other stuff for the channel as well, but that's more of a when than an if right now.
Still willing to fund a Let's Play of the game Inscription, because I'm pretty sure you beat the whole thing in like less than 12 hours.
12 hours?
I mean, we were supposed to play a bunch of games, LP a bunch of games, you know, but... Yeah.
Like what?
Oh, I don't know, a little game called Ready or Not.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Halo Infinite.
Yeah, we still have that one. We got to
I mean, we're still also supposed to play Halo Infinite, also Helldivers. Hey, you know, who's counting? Who's counting?
We'll figure something out.
Here's the real reason I've been doing Force of Corruption. When I am working from home,
because everybody wants it, and Papa Tim wants to deliver.
There's a lot of reasons. First off, I'm comfortable with a game that I know. I know how the base game works. I think I talked about how the first time I booted the game back up for like in 8 years, I literally hit menu buttons without even thinking. I didn't even have to think about it. I just hit buttons. I'm like, oh shit, I just slid right back in. The other part of it is Force of Corruption is very easy to record for like a half hour, 45 minutes when I'm working from home and don't have a lot to do. Whereas you and I occasionally will play, what's its face? Synthetic. And Friedman has a busy boy schedule at work.
Yeah, where I can't step away to actually play online games.
So doing those things is tough. And then when it comes evening time, I have DeBaby. And then after DeBaby, I'm either doing the podcast, on the phone with whoever, with other friends, or Val and I are just taking a night together. So
oh no,
it's
sounds
tough.
Like some excuses to
it
me.
It is, especially now that Friedman has basically said it's podcast and that's it. Friedman's not available.
I said, what the fuck? I missed one Thursday and I'm on full blast
Friedman's
here.
not available.
For real.
Tyler, you don't get to say anything because you were long not available.
I mean, I can make myself available.
No, it's okay.
One day and I'm suddenly on Tyler tier.
You're
dang, Tyler tier, bro. Damn. I know I'm low on the totem pole, but fuck, man. Damn, I'm cooked, dog.
Oh my god.
Listeners, you hear this bullshit? What am I saying? Y'all here for Timpedia. That was the whole point of this.
Oh my god.
This topic anyway. This makes sense.
Yeah, all right. Enough the
all that to say, no. Genuinely, I do want to say this is anyone who's watching this probably watches the videos, but it really has been heartwarming to see like someone. I had never made a Reddit post ever or commented on anything ever. I made a Reddit post on the Empire at War subreddit thanking people because someone made a post saying Tim is back, and it had 20 upvotes and a bunch of comments. That genuinely blows my mind that anyone on the internet has ever talked about me in a capacity, any capacity ever. It truly blows my mind.
I mean, nope, never mind. Nope.
What?
Nope, none.
Okay.
Nothing.
Not
a damn thing.
The amount of comments I got on the first few videos when I came back, it is astounding to me to see people say, like, oh, Tim, I remember watching you 10 years ago when I was in school, and now I'm in college, or now I'm married and have a family, and I'm just like, oh my God, that's crazy, and you still even clicked on a video of mine. That's insane. So, absolutely a huge thank you to everybody who stuck around with the podcast this long, but also was excited for me to come back and do Forces of Corruption. What is this bonus topic, Tyler?
The big surprise.
Speaking of Star Wars, this is the most random of topics, but I was talking to my buddy about it last week or 2 weeks ago when I was fuck with his computer. If Palpatine never became the Emperor and he stayed Chancellor, do you think it would have worked out better in his favor? Because he didn't like full send trying to be the fucking Emperor.
That's
super random.
I
think
the question is whether he wanted
to.
The question is whether he wanted power or he wanted a particular outcome. It sounds like he just wanted power.
So you know what's really funny? This is one of those. What? So in my mind, this is one of those I can't give a straight answer because I have been exposed to this character too much and read too much supplemental stuff and everything like that. So in my mind, it's like impossible to separate Palpatine from his goal of becoming effectively the Emperor. Like in the book that's all about his master, Darth Plagueis. It's literally...
Why though?
Why what?
Like, why become Emperor? Like, while he was Chancellor...
Oh, no, he's like, yo, power is the greatest thing. He, like, for all the talk of Anakin being the one who brings balance to the Force, it really isn't that Anakin is such a good guy. It's that he kills Sidious, who is like
the most evil dude in the galaxy.
The most evil Sithy dude ever. Like, Palpatine is a giga badass among Sith. So
yeah.
he really is the, yo, it's all for me though. Like everything is for me though. So it's hard to see how he would have kept the veneer of Chancellor.
True.
Like in the Plagueis
I think
book,
what I'm wondering is you think that because of course he couldn't ignore the pull of being Emperor, right? Like that's ultimately his Achilles heel, really, because that's what costs him votes, like or like why people want to turn on him. At least some people do. Like my question is, do you think he would have been able to get away with more of his shenanigans? No, you don't think so?
No, it's so many people were so on board. I mean, if you think about it, what led to it wasn't just Palpatine. The Confederacy was a group of people who were like, yo, the Republic sucks. It's rotting and it's like it's not to make too many real life allegories, unfortunately. but like it really is seen as this rotting, decadent husk that just kind of does the thing and is like the gilded group. Like it's everyone's rich at the top and then everyone else suffers. And the Confederacy was a bunch of, I mean, they were all manipulated, but it was like merchants who were like, yo, fuck this shit. Like, I don't want this.
Trade routes.
We should break out and make a lot of money for ourselves doing our trade without this regulation, but also without like having to grease the palms of every senator in the fucking galaxy to get anything done.
Yeah.
So really there was a lot of like, this sounds so silly. There is a reason Palpatine gets a round of applause when he declares that they are a galactic empire. There's a reason that scene works. It's not just Mimi and Padme being pouty face.
Right.
And there's a reason the rebellion is like 5 people to start. Because it's just seen as, yo, the Republic sucked. And that's also plays into the whole like why Jedi were seen as bad guys a lot. because they were seen as defenders of the Republic. Sure, they defended the ideals of the Republic, but in reality, the Republic sucked in a lot of ways. So a lot of people were like, yo, the Empire, we're going to have one guy. We're going to cut through all the bureaucracy that doesn't work. Tell me that doesn't sound like a lot of people in today's day.
This galaxy like a business.
The art of the galactic deal.
Like they were the very effective force of government you didn't like. So for a lot of people, they were like the Gestapo.
Yes.
To put it a certain way.
There's a reason Star Wars has a lot of roots in, like, post-World War II, Nazism and all that, blah, 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 all that.
Yeah.
Jazz. Like, it really is, Palpatine is like, yo, I have all the power, but he also has that level of, like, yo, I want all the power, but also I see what's bad, and I'm just gonna make it all mine.
Right. No, my wonder is, so you don't think that...
I think the Republic was too not functional for him to want to stay in that role.
No, well, like I said, I know we all know and agree that he couldn't ignore just being like, yo, I'm snatching the Emperor, right? Like, we know that. I guess my wonder is, like, would he have been able to pull off being Chancellor for an extended period of time? Do you think that instead of a 20-year reign or however long it took from, the end of that to his downfall, right? Do you think it could have been longer?
Nah.
I honestly doubt it, because I feel like the war was something that was like unifying them, and it's like
Jedi,
that in real life too. The war is a unifying effort.
He pulled the Uno reverse card on the Jedi with the whole "you're the traitors, you're the masterminds" and everything, and that's really painted the Jedi negatively.
That's what I'm wondering.
But think about it also this way, kind of like real life. What does he rely on? Like Freeman said, the outside unifying enemy that rallies everybody. Like, we're going to get rid of the disorder in the galaxy. We're going to bring order to everybody. That's what the Empire's going to do. Like,
that's the Empire's going to do.
There was like, I think there's scenes in 3 that they're like, yo, Palpatine needs to, Chancellor Palpatine needs to drop his emergency powers. By the end of halfway through the Clone Wars, he's only there because of emergency powers.
Right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like Mace Windu says something along these lines.
Yeah, he does. It's a line from 3, but like it's true. Like the Senate, and the Senate does it. But again, the Senate, everyone who didn't like the Republic or who wasn't part of the Senate left to go be in the Confederacy. So who's left? Yeah, people who are like, yeah, we can't possibly change it. Plus, there's all the background deals and everything and all that jazz.
Yeah.
But like, again, if you're at the top, why bother with all of that? That's the flip side of it. You're like, why would he? Is there a world where he would have stayed Chancellor? Well, no, because why do I care? Why am I wasting my time? I'm working within the Republic, but as soon as I can make my move, kill all the Jedi who are the people who would oppose me. Gather all the Confederacy in one place, all the Jedi in another, kill them all in one shot. If no one's going to fight me, why even pretend to work this way?
Okay. All right, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Yeah, there's TED Talk. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was something interesting.
It's a good question.
My buddy and I were talking about.
That's a very interesting what if.
That's fun. Yeah. Listeners, if you
There's
have,
also
I know y'all are Star Wars losers, so like, also drop what you think down in the comments.
If you have a Star Wars question you want us to discuss, we will happily discuss Star Wars nonsense as many topics. So put it in the comments.
Obviously, I'll talk about it. The final point to the side of that is, with Sith especially, rule of 2 and all that jazz, but like Sith live on as a legacy. What is a greater, like, Plagueis doesn't have a legacy. A lot of Sith don't have a legacy. Palpatine comes from the place of like, I want to make my mark. How do you make your mark? Yeah. What do you be, a Chancellor who's kind of a long-running Chancellor? Not really. Like, you're just a long line. Yeah, dude. The Emperor of the Galactic Empire, though? That's pretty
first
juicy.
Galactic Empire.
Yeah, he really, the real punch on that first is really good. The first
Your new empire.
Galactic
Galactic.
God, such a good speech.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. All right. We can move on. That was fun.
It was.
I miss doing topics.
Topics are fun.
Topics are fun.
Yeah, but there's always one topic we do every week that's not fun
There
at
it
all. It
is.
just happens to be the weeb shit.
I was literally waiting for Freeman for it to be like, yeah, that speech was really good. Wow.
Yeah, I was like fishing for a transition. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, let's whatever. We ball. Super short this week. I've given this speech a million times, but like, we're on what, like week 9 or 10 of the anime season, which means they're gonna start hyping up the new shit in like 2 to 3 weeks, and no one's talking about anything right now.
I think they have, but we haven't. Nothing we care about.
It's mostly just like, here's the new promotional art, or X, Y, and Z voice actors gonna be.
Oh my
in it.
God,
it's like stuff that I don't want to talk about here.
The fucking character portraits that they post on Reddit all the time. It's like, look at these character drawings. It's the model drawing for the character, and it's like, okay.
The only reason people care is if you're a manga reader and you want to know how close to the manga is the anime character going to look. That's the only purpose of those things existing.
Lizard. Sorry, that game's already dead. Whoops.
There's only like one good piece of news, and the rest is all just kind of filler that I'll get through fast. The biggest piece of news that Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3, Part 1, is confirmed for airing January next year.
Yo, January is shaping up to be crazy, though.
Yeah, January's going to be fun. So they had already confirmed that the Jujutsu, I guess the recap movies are going to come to the U.S. Do not give two shits, but excited that we have a release date for Jujutsu Kaisen, because MAP has been doing this whole, we got caught abusing the industry. Let's slow down our production schedules.
Freeman.
So now we have, oh, go ahead.
No, keep going. I have a question at the end.
Yeah, because now we have Hell's Paradise is next season, followed by Jujutsu Kaisen. So they got a 1-2 punch.
What?
Isn't it next season? Am I going crazy?
I thought we legitimately still didn't know when Hell's Paradise was coming back.
I thought it was like coming up real soon.
You're wrong. It's not. It's nowhere near the top. It would have been right near the top of the season.
Oh my God!
I'm pretty sure we still don't know.
It's no. The Wikipedia says it's set for January. So we have Hell's Paradise and Jujutsu the same season by Studio Mappa.
Oh shit! Let's
Never mind. The abusing industry
mode.
accusations have not gone away. All right.
Meanwhile, fall's shaping up to be a pretty weak season overall. Not gonna lie.
You say that, but that's
yes,
our transition into the second topic.
Well, no,
the best moment.
Oh, I just wanted to say, you mentioned the recap movies are coming to the U.S.
Yeah.
Sad example that I realized listening to the Quest for the Best podcast today, Freeman.
I saw they did one for a particular show that I love.
Yes, that's why I brought it up. I tried to bring it up earlier to you. Because I'm listening to it. Boy, oh boy, if anything has taught me to not watch recap movies, it's fucking Gurren. Because we went and saw those movies, and it was just okay when we saw Gurren in theaters.
Gurren is a unique case where they added on 10 minutes to each of the fights in each of the movies, which makes it worth watching. If they didn't add those, I wouldn't have told you guys to come to the recap movies.
Freeman, I still don't know if it was worth it.
Look, I wanted you to see that second fight scene.
Freeman, I'm not arguing. I'm glad we did it. I'm saying I will never watch those movies ever again, and I would rewatch regular Gurren 50 times over this.
Really understandable, and I said that when I watched them subtitled.
I think we did too.
But then the dub happened, so I was forced to. But I understand 100% because I held that opinion after I finished seeing them too.
Oh man, those movies do not flow well like the show does.
No, the pacing fucking blows in the recap movies.
Can I just ask, who watches these recap movies? Who's like, I don't want to watch this anime.
You know damn well who'll be watching these damn recap movies.
Who?
The question is this second screen material?
No,
they
why?
wear fedoras and have neckbeards, bro.
But Tyler, those people have to go outside to go watch the movie. Why not just watch the anime in their room anyway?
Because the earlier they can see it,
no, the recap movie that comes after.
Hold on, so I'm
talking about the movies that
legitimately
they put out a year after the season. It's like Bocchi. The Jujutsu's not new, Tyler.
Yeah,
it's old content.
Yeah, these aren't nostalgia movies. I'll make the argument that a nostalgia recap movie is nice. Like when I went to go see the Naruto Symphony at the NJ Performing Arts Center, effectively they were doing the live soundtrack to a 2-hour Naruto the original series recap movie. In terms of an overall plot for that 2 hours,
experience.
It was bullshit. But it was a big nostalgia bomb of let's show the Rock Lee fight and then let's cut ahead to Orochimaru's first appearance to play Orochimaru's theme. It was great for nostalgia reasons, but we're getting recap movies of shows that it finished airing less than a year ago.
Yeah, there's no nostalgia for the Shibuya arc. Like, yeah, the arc was good, but there's no like, ooh, back in my day when the Shibuya arc happened 12 months ago. That's crazy. No, that's what I'm saying, Tyler.
I'm wondering if they're
content.
like, are they releasing it with like? I was gonna say better animation, but like,
technically speaking, with the Jujutsu one,
yeah, they're
because
adding
the Shibuya arc,
and...
they cleaned it up for the Blu-ray release, which I don't think ever came out in the U.S.
Classic.
So the recap movies uses the new animation from the Blu-ray version.
Like, I could see why that would drive some people to see like a recap movie.
I think if recap movies were cheaper, maybe. For the price of considering us going to see Mugen Train in 2 weeks is going to be $50 for Val and I to go see it in IMAX. Yeah, I'm not seeing a recap movie just to see a little bit of new animation.
Hold on. You're talking about the new one, not seeing Mugen Train again. I just want to clarify.
Infinity Castle.
There you go. Okay, good. I was like, wait, are they also bringing back Mugen Train?
How bad would it be if I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go see Mugen Train after not watching recap movies? Not gonna watch the movie I've seen multiple times on the.
See, you say this, but like, I honestly might pay $20 to watch Mugen Train again in IMAX.
You're nuts.
In IMAX.
Nah, bro, I don't want to hear this coming from the guy who said he was gonna pay $10 to fucking get Skyrim again on the computer. I don't want to hear it, dog.
To have a mod. I effectively paid $10 to play Skyblivion easily. I'm fine with that.
Anyway.
Nah, you know what, Freeman? You do you, King. You do you.
Damn. Well, realistically, I'm not making time to go see Mugen Train in IMAX. But I'm at the point where I like seeing beautiful movies in IMAX.
That's fine. I can't wait to see Infinity Castle. I was saying earlier, we're gonna go to the beach and then come back, and then later that day we're gonna go see Infinity Castle with you. I can't wait to go see Infinity Castle.
Try not to get too tired from the beach though, because I'm always exhausted when I come back.
Yeah, well,
but that's just
like
me.
A you problem.
Try not to get.
You don't get tired from being in the sun and walking around in the sand the whole time?
I sure do, but luckily I have I have nap time between that and the movie.
All right, very very cool. I have to teach Commander before that movie. Anyway,
very cool.
Oh,
so you alluded to the fall anime season being bad, and you're not wrong. But the best romance anime supposedly rumored is about to finally release. Netflix decided that for this show, what's the actual title? The fragrant flower blooms with dignity.
Oh my god.
From what I've seen, it's going to be very cute, but the whole gimmick was that Netflix knew this is going to have just international normie appeal, and they did not want to release it until they had it dubbed in all major languages at the same time. So when it finally releases in September 7th, a full 9 weeks after its original Japanese premiere, and they begin doing weekly 1-episode uploads, forcing us to just perpetually be a month and a half behind the Japanese release. Let's see if this pays off for Netflix having the dub of all dubs for this.
I think Netflix is making a smart move. I'm big thumbs up.
The question I have here, though.
Go ahead.
I understand the appeal if they throw it up on the front page and they say, new episode, any language, anyone can watch it. You have massive appeal there. But my question is, what's stopping them from just having the Japanese subtitle version up on the site unadvertised? And then they just advertise it as if it's releasing in all languages. Like, if they want the marketing blitz of all the episodes are out now, does having it subtitled steal their own thunder? Is my question.
Freeman?
Yeah.
The simple statistic that we talked about last podcast or the one before, 2/3 of people watch anime dubbed.
Yeah, I know. But my question is,
it's cooked, dude. It doesn't matter. Why put it out?
Subbed kill their dub marketing.
No,
but like, why bother? Actually,
because that's
it does, because if people pirate it, that hurts them more.
I mean, here's the thing: people are already pirating because it's available on Japanese Netflix with English subtitles.
Yeah, but that's anime.
I think
no. Netflix is really looking at anime as something that is coming from Japan, but is about much more than Japan. And I think Netflix is looking at these shows that are like, yo, this is a big art thing. This has a lot of appeal. I think this is a very calculated move by Netflix. I think it's baffling when you look at it in terms of like, why does it take this long?
Yeah.
Why didn't you have a pipeline for this way in advance to make it day and date with Japan?
Realistically, what I think happens here is Netflix has to step up their role on the production committee and say, hey,
Yes.
Japan, we are distributing in Japan too, right? None of this early shit. The
Yes.
whole world gets it at the same time.
It should have
Stop
just been.
with this.
Yeah. It should have been.
Yeah.
The show was finished back at the beginning of this spring season, or the summer season, and then we will put it out in the world in the fall season. Deal with it.
Yeah. Because like Netflix Japan is the distributor for it as well. Like it's not like it's another company they just happen to buy the international rights.
That shows that Netflix doesn't have enough power to come to the table yet.
Yeah.
But I think as Netflix elbows their way onto more production committees, they're gonna push for it. Because does Crunchyroll dub in a lot of languages, or is it mostly just English and Japanese subs?
No, they have a lot where it's like the core like Spanish, Italian, French, German, like the what are they called? The romance languages.
Okay. Because they somehow make it happen,
also,
although their dubs are late usually anyway.
I think it usually has to do with them licensing out to other distributors in those countries, but getting rights to the dub on their website.
Well, and I think Netflix is still learning that, hey, we have enough power internally to just do whatever the hell we want across the entire world.
Yeah, they're not a FANG company for no reason. Although I don't think the acronym's relevant anymore.
Not really.
Anyway, moving on.
Speaking of dub,
next
let's go.
A really minor. Talking about dubs. Rock is a Lady's Modesty dub is coming out September 17th. Normally, I would not give it two shits about this. But this one's interesting because usually music anime has the problem of they usually have talented Japanese singers, and when they come to the dub, it's like, well, what do we do about the singers? And I've only watched like one anime. I think it was Beck Mongolian Chop Squad handled because every character in that show is a vocalist. That show did phenomenal with the dub cast and them doing music. With Rock is a Lady's Modesty, there are no vocalists, so they do not have this problem. It's only dialogue that they worry about. But the real reason I'm promoting this is that the main character is getting voiced by the actress Lucy Christian, who, for anyone who's not in the know about this, she's one of like the OG big dub voice actors from ADV Films back when they were competing with Funimation during the early 2000s Dragon Ball Z era. So she's one of my favorite old school voice actors, and she's doing the main character here. So I will at least listen to episode 1 to hear how she's doing as a voice actress. But I'm not watching this dub. But for anyone who does care, go watch this show, and hopefully, based on the cast, it's going to have a decent dub.
Nice.
And the next one, I think we talked about the incident that caused this last time, but McDonald's, at least in Japan, was going to run we're giving out one-piece trading card game cards. And after the whole disaster of people purchasing like 50 Happy Meals to get the cards, then throwing the Happy Meals out on the street, McDonald's is like, fuck that noise. We're not doing cards anymore.
Good.
So they canceled the One Piece promotion.
Good.
Because collectors managed to ruin it for everyone.
Classic.
Although I feel like when I was a kid and they had like the Beanie Babies at McDonald's, I remember going once with my family and there being just a line out the door. Like this collector shit at McDonald's has always been a thing. And I don't know why they're pretending it hasn't been.
Fucking collectors, man. We were talking about Magic earlier.
Why did they cancel it? Sorry.
Wait, sorry. Why did they cancel it?
Yeah, McDonald's canceling.
Because they don't want the negative publicity about people coming in to just to scalp the product and not actually buy their food.
Yeah.
Like the whole point of this is to get families in because the kids want the toys, and they're just getting a bunch of sweaty nerds coming in and making a big mess by throwing out the Happy Meals, and it's like they don't like the image of it, so they're like, get this out of here. Even though Happy Meal sales are through the roof.
I was gonna say, but that'll drive their sales up though. So like,
I know, right?
I'm surprised they give a shit, honestly.
The PR team, not the accounting team, made this decision.
Huh.
Yeah.
I'm still surprised. I'm wondering if they found good justification as to like this tanked sales or like it ruined.
I mean, this is also keep in mind. This is also McDonald's Japan. This is McDonald's US. They'd be like, nah, get more cards.
Oh,
in
if this
stores.
was
We need more
McDonald's
people
US,
here.
bro. Yeah.
Yeah, different story. This would be.
Give me them Franklins, dude.
Yeah, like reminder, McDonald's did not cancel the Szechuan sauce after that Rick and Morty bullshit. They continued selling that for like a month.
True.
Anyway, that's it for the Weeb shit. So time for the segment of the show that we all love the most, the watched and played.
Oh man, so much watched and played.
I'm sure the audience loves it.
I'll see you guys in a couple hours.
Did you actually watch and play nothing this week?
I had the one movie that we watched together, Freeman. I didn't finish a single other thing.
Gotcha. Okay. So I'll start it off with anime. So this one's also very minor because I only completed one show, and one thing on here is a drop. But in terms of shows I watched all 4 episodes of Uzumaki. Just to let the
you
cat out of the
actually
bag.
did it! Wow.
I started seeing this girl who's very into horror movies, and she'd asked
Yo,
about Uzumaki.
How ass was Uzumaki though?
So I think the hate on this was overblown. So I will say
Nah, you're
Wow.
highly disagree, bro.
I will say
Highly.
hold on. So I watched episode 1, and episode 1
Ooh,
was
this man.
phenomenal. Then I watched episode 2, and obviously we get to like the running on the beach scene where it's just like it's comically bad in how it was animated. And I think episode 2 got a lot of the necessary criticism, but like I watched episode 3 and 4, and I didn't think they were like the worst anime I'd ever seen. They weren't good. I'm not going to sit here and say it was good, but they weren't anywhere near as bad as I was expecting based on the feedback that I was hearing people say online. So I'm not going to sit here and say it was good. I wish all 4 episodes were like episode 1 because it was so pretty. It looked so good. And then you could immediately tell they were phoning it in with like a lot any scene with people walking, and it was just the character models like bopping up and down versus episode 1 where it was like almost rotoscoped animation. Like it was night and day.
Episode 1 was a pure masterpiece.
It was so beautiful.
It was gorgeous.
And it was genuinely creepy. Whereas the rest of the episode is just kind of like, what the fuck is going on here?
You know what? It sucks too. Episodes 2 through 4, like, it feels like, I don't know if you've seen any of the other anime that was like adapted from Junji Ito's shit.
No, I skipped the Junji Ito collection after a negative.
It's
criticism.
all bad. Like that's bad. The movie based off of Gyo was also terrible. Like I just don't recommend any of it. It's like I'm so upset because episode 1 of Uzumaki was like what I was looking for, and I was so excited to view the rest of it, and I was let down. I was let down hard.
I don't blame you. The thing is, I went in assuming this was going to be unwatchable trash, and it was watchable. But yeah, that episode 1 definitely built up so much hype, and it fell off a cliff. Thankfully, I didn't have to wait week to week and just watch all 4 in one go. But
yeah, I watched them week to week because I was so excited for this. It was upsetting.
It sucks. We're never gonna get a good Junji Ito adaptation ever.
Nope.
And it blows.
Nope.
Anyway, one more anime disappointment. So it's with a heavy what's the term here? With a heavy heart that I'm announcing that I'm dropping Moonrise, an anime that after episode 1 I told all of Squad, you guys all need to watch this because on paper it seemed like it was going to be great. You had, I don't know if Salman was doing the soundtrack, but you had the Fullmetal Alchemist artist Arakawa, I think I forget, doing the character designs, Studio Wit doing the animation. It's a sci-fi story set in space. There's no Japanese bullshit. After one episode, I'm like, the one with Bob Skylum. The one I thought this was going to be good, and 10 episodes in, I'm at the point where I'm not invested in the plot. It's not getting any better, and the feedback I've seen online is that it falls off a cliff in the second half. And I'm like, if I'm already not enjoying it and it's about to fall off a cliff, what am I doing here? So I'm like halfway through episode 10, I'm watching it, and then as I just say to myself, I'm going to drop it after this episode, they cut into this crazy action scene shootout that was really impressive. And I'm like, damn, they keep doing this. They keep having these great animation fight sequences, but it's happening around such a dog shit story that I just don't care enough to continue. So, for the sake of... I dropped
this after episode 1.
Really?
Val and I tried episode 1, and then we never felt the need to go back.
Damn.
Dude, because action sci-fi, I was like, man, this is my motherfucking jam.
Yep.
And then I don't know, the premise was not enough to capture me, and I was like, yeah, fuck this.
Yeah.
This is kind of ass.
It's odd. I guess it's based on a book series that just isn't really adapting to being an anime very well. But yeah, I'm out of this. This sucks. Really had high hopes for it. Sorry, Netflix. Hopefully Studio Wit can win back my heart with One Piece.
Sad that there's the only 2 anime on the list this week are 2 downers.
I mean, the problem is it's all completed. I said this last week that I'm not picking up an insane number of shows this week. I'm just picking up The Fragrant Flower with Dignity. And then the only other show, Gacha Yukuta, which I know you started, but we're not talking about. We're trying to avoid talking about started shows and just talking about finished shows. So nothing else new here. Oh, do you want to talk about
finish?
No way.
I did.
No fucking
finished
way.
it.
Tell the listeners what you finished.
I finished.
Oh
Demon
yeah,
Slayer,
hell yeah, we did
Hashira
this.
training arc. Yeah, dude, that shit was pretty. So here's like I think this is the highest review I could ever give like something like one of the highest reviews. This is something, and I was telling Tim, I was like, this is something that could have been an 80s montage. And normally I would say that something like this is a waste of my time, and I'm just like, why the fuck am I watching this? But like, it was all fun. It was all great, and it was all well done. I really enjoyed it. For something that should, like I said, should have been like, and it effectively kind of was filler. It was, to me, it was really good setup, and I think it was, yeah, I think that was it. It was a good setup for what is to come. It was a good preamble, especially given the ending. The ending, it definitely drops you in to the situation and like what's going on. I enjoyed this a lot.
I think the term meaningful filler is what comes to mind for this, where it's like, yeah, it's filler, yeah, it's not
Yeah.
necessary, but like there was some degree of value add from watching it.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought
Yeah.
it was pretty good.
I will tell you this: it was in order to hype up this movie, Crunchyroll went and live streamed the whole series on YouTube, and then left the VODs up until the movie release. So anyone who wanted to watch Demon Slayer could do it there with the live stream chat archived. So I think it was.
We tried it.
Tim, when was it? I think it was
like a week ago, last Thursday.
It was like
or
a week
something?
ago. It was the last time we watched Call of the Night. We just popped in. I was like, oh, I want to see the live reaction. And I brought up episode 19 of season 1 with the big sequence, and no one was watching at that point. And then we ended up just jumping ahead to the end of the Hashira training arc to just rewatch the explosion. And then I think we just sat there and watched like the last half of the episode.
And then I watched the entire episode with Tyler.
yeah, that was pretty good.
Because Tyler came back from his trip and was like, I watched everything except the last episode.
Yeah, I went to Detroit and survived everybody. Yeah, whoa, go me. I survived Detroit.
Did you become human?
I was like, did I become human? No. Dude, I wanted to go see, because I heard that there did exist a RoboCop statue. However, the city of Detroit is not able to display it because MGM is like, no, not allowed. But I got to see a neat art gallery instead, and that was pretty cool. And I was like, man, I am too poor to own art. But I digress. I pretty much just watched all of the Hashira training arc. And I was like, dang.
Yeah.
This shit kind of, not even kind of, this shit slap. Except Zenitsu, he's still a bitch. I don't like him.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't like him.
Hopefully he just sleeps through the next 3 movies.
I really want him to. I honestly can't stand him. He's literally like one of my least favorite characters of all time, actually. I'm sorry, Tim.
I don't, Tyler. You keep thinking I like the character. I like lightning powers. That's it.
I'm still sorry.
I like lightning people. I hate Zenith. I hate him. I hate Mineta. I always hate the crying guy who chases girls. I hate that.
Oh my god,
character.
Mineta, dude! I like forgot he was even like honestly. Like every time I think of literally every other character in My Hero except for him. I don't even think he's a real fucking character.
I'll still never forget. I watched season 1. He doesn't even register as a thing on my radar. I show you guys season 1. It's like, we fucking hate this kid so much. I'm like, they're not wrong, but holy shit, I didn't even notice this kid on the first watch.
Actual shit tier. I don't know why he's not in TB. It makes literally zero fucking sense. It makes no like it honestly it infuriates me. Like why? Why is he not in class B? Tell me. Fucking tell me. Like no one can give me a straight answer as to why he's in class A.
Straight answer because he's the who cares?
It's fucking stupid.
But Tyler, when it counts, he really throws those grapes.
I wish that he threw so many grapes that he disintegrated. Like I wish there was some like desperate situation where like kind of like what's his face? I don't know why I'm blanking, but basically like just goes further beyond and fucking like rips his fucking dick off and like he just can't do shit anymore because
you want him to do a United States of Smash and get written out of the show?
Yeah, I do. I do. I want him gone. But fuck all that. fuck all this. Go watch Demon Slayer if you haven't. Like if you're into some good shit, that's some good shit. You should watch it.
Hell yeah.
Movies.
Yeah, that was a movie. Let's talk about some more movies that aren't anime. So I watched a couple of movies, not this week, last week. The first one was Fast Times at Ridgemont High. This one has been on my plan to watch list for a long time. I just never had an opportunity to sit down and watch with anyone. So I watched it with no context other than just knowing that this captures the 80 vibe 100%. And that really carried the movie for me. I really enjoyed it. I think I put this in my Letterboxd review, but this is a coming of age movie, which is generally means the plot isn't going to be that tight. It's more just about characters going through character development moments. That said, all the characters are very interesting. I had a fun time with it. Enjoyed the music a lot. Movie had a banger soundtrack.
I actually never saw it. I saw you watched it, and I almost was like, I feel like I should watch this movie because it's just one of those movies that people talk about from time to time.
I feel like you definitely enjoy it.
Yeah, all right.
It's one of those where I kind of wish I saw it when I was younger. It definitely would have been way more impactful.
Watch it too.
That said, there's full frontal. There's boobies in this movie. Is the way I'm trying to say it.
Hell yeah, brother! Let's go. Sign me up.
So don't watch in front of children.
Sign me up.
And the next movie, I think it was 2 days after, I ended up watching Speed with, was it Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock?
Yo, are you fucking serious? You never saw Speed before?
I never saw Speed before. Because here's the thing. There are so many movies where it's everyone I know has seen it and they don't want to rewatch it because they've already seen it. So I never end up watching these movies.
I would watch Speed again.
As a kid, this song was like my favorite thing to like just kid bop out to. Oh my god, I loved this song so much.
The meme of we can't go under 40 miles an hour.
50 miles an hour, yeah. It was hilarious. It just the amount of times where it's just how much construction is happening in the city that they need to figure. Like they jump a fucking section of the highway that's not finished yet. Like there's so much absurd stuff in this movie.
So much.
But then
funny.
like the part that lost me was all right. So Keanu Reeves is climbing underneath the bus to try to see if he can defuse the bomb. And then all of a sudden the bottom of the bus starts falling out. So he takes his knife to like find purchase and he stabs the gas tank and is now holding onto this bus one-handed while gasoline is drenching his hand. And I'm like bull fucking shit. I would slip off in a second and he's gonna hold on with one arm for like 5 minutes till someone pulls him up.
Bro, he's Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
He's Neo.
I know. He's the one.
He's the one.
He's starting to believe. But overall, Speed was fun. It was a very goofy little action movie. I can't believe there's sequels to this. Not planning on watching any of them.
No, I watched 2, and like I honestly don't remember. Like I don't remember shit about it. But the Speed 1's a movie.
I will say though that part of the reason we ended up watching was Liz pointing out the joke that this movie's title in Swedish is just fart.
That's amazing.
I do remember you telling me that.
Yes, big deciding factor in picking that for my list. Anyway, the next movie on here, there's a little backstory into why it was watched. So we talked about last week that I'd finished reading Red Rising, and then had the book club that Saturday. The following Sunday, we had settled on, it was a book that Val had suggested we're going to read next called Project Hail Mary, which is getting a movie pretty soon with Ryan Gosling on it. So he's now on the cover of all the copies of this book, including the audiobook. Now.
Hold on, you guys didn't see the trailer, did you?
Nope.
No, I was told skip it because it's way too spoilery.
Yeah, do not watch the trailer.
Yeah,
as someone who read
the
book and really liked it, do not.
This came up.
Watch it.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna put it on the books, but I'm about to hit chapter 10 out of 30, so I guess I'm at the 1/3 mark of the book so far. So I'm enjoying it. So I'm not trying to spoil myself before this movie. But the point is, I guess the author of this book also did The Martian. So it came up. So it came up when I was talking with Val. Well, I guess Tim, I think you were picking up dinner, and she's like, Tim loves this movie. He'd happily rewatch it.
That was true.
And then you came in. We're like, do you want to watch The Martian? You're like, yeah, I'd happily rewatch it. So we ended up watching that last Sunday.
Woo!
And I really liked it. It felt like if you took, it was the kind of movie that Apollo 13 was, but it was just pure science fiction.
Yep.
And I say this like in a positive way because I loved Apollo 13.
Yep.
So not too much to say other than I really enjoyed this, and I would actually rewatch this movie with anyone else who hasn't seen it before.
Yep, it's kind of got everything. It's got funny moments. It's got very tense moments. It's got there's also less of a sense of there is imminent danger. Don't get me wrong, but it's not it's like Apollo 13 is like every moment you're like, oh my god, they're gonna die. Okay, they're gonna die. Okay, they're gonna die. Okay, they're gonna die. And it's like, no, Mark has some essential stuff, but to survive for a good chunk of the movie. But it's like, how do we long term? The fact that Apollo 13 is 5 days more. It's a couple of days.
I can't
remember. It's probably more. This movie takes place over a year, I think. From the beginning to the end is Soul 400, right?
Is it?
I honestly haven't
It's
seen
at least
the movie
300,
since it came
or
out.
it's at least half a year, if not more. I think it's about half a year. But
549 Martian souls, which is 564 a day,
so I lied. So it's a lot.
a little less than 2 years.
So yeah, it takes a long time.
Significantly less than.
But no, this is
year and a third.
definitely an infinitely rewatchable movie for me. It's funny. Matt Damon really said this movie lived or died on, does this guy have the ability to be alone for most of the time on screen and carry it? He does. Everyone back on Earth, everyone on the Hermes, they all do a great job. There's appropriate tension all the time. Matt Damon has a lot of good quips. It's just perfect. It's really just a fantastic movie.
I mean, I can't say what's starting because I'm only a third of the way through Project Hail Mary, but it's also the kind of the same thing where it's just the main character is alone a lot of the time. And I'm wondering now, I don't want to read the whole book, but I'm curious how the tone of The Martian is in the books to see if it's similar to how he does this here. Because then if that's the case, I'm curious how
it reads very different.
Okay.
It's not they redid the movie completely.
Gotcha. The Martian doesn't have this comedic talking into a camera style of delivery, right?
Ish. Not really. That I'm only telling you based off of what I was told, because I've been told to listen to the audiobook, because the book is more it's framed as a journal, giving journal entries basically.
Okay.
Yeah, if that makes any sense.
All right.
But yeah, I do want to listen to it at some point.
All right. That was all I had to add on about The Martian. Tyler, you can tell us about your watching experience. I'm curious about one in here in particular.
Oh yeah, there's 4 of these. So I watched Rebel Ridge. Actually, quick thing, I DNF'd Eddington, Ari Aster's new movie.
I saw that you posted on Letterboxd. That was crazy.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna start putting in DNFs if I don't finish, just to gather my thoughts on it.
Yep.
I got halfway through it, and I can imagine that it turns into a completely different movie, but I was not interested.
Damn.
Maybe I'm missing the vision, but I'm just all of these characters are insufferable. This whole story is insufferable. I just don't give a shit. This is all stuff it's not even being it's some of it, a lot of it's comedy, or just insanely oh, this is as real as it gets kind of thing, but not in an interesting way to me, so I just dropped it. It might have ended up being really good at the end, but who knows. I got a lot of decent reviews, but I'm not giving it the time of day. I watched this movie that was a pleasant surprise to me. It might be really worth less of a review, review score, but I watched Rebel Ridge. The only reason why I watched it, aside from it being recommended to me, I was curious about the actor who got chosen to play the new James Bond. And this was his really big breakout role, I feel. And I thought it was pretty good.
This came out earlier this year?
Huh?
This came out earlier this year?
Yes.
To be fair, there is not a new James Bond actor confirmed.
I thought he was confirmed.
Mm-mm.
No,
That would have been.
Where did I hear that then?
Everywhere.
No, hold on. I'm looking this up live. Or maybe not. Where the fuck did I hear it
Callum
from?
Turner emerges as front runner to replace Daniel Craig.
Dude, I'm tired of these fake ass. Like, I literally saw from like multiple sources that this guy was going. Whatever. And I don't believe shit now until it actually comes out with everything happening. Anyway, seemed interesting anyway, regardless. That was pretty good. It was like if you watch the movie, you would get this joke or reference. It's a less lethal Jack Reacher.
Oh.
Yeah. It's basically honestly, this movie is First Blood, but with a more modern take. And there have been other movies that have done like the First Blood kind of storyline where it's like, oh, troubled veteran gets hung up by local police officers, right? And basically it's the whole thing about like, the whole theme of like, oh, soldiers don't get, what they deserve, blah blah blah. But it also kind of goes deep into that to like, the whole theme of you can't trust the police. The police are doing some shady things, but also the police are doing what they are doing because like this is how they get stuff, but you also kind of hate them because they're kind of racist, at least in this movie. But the reason why Don Johnson is doing half of this stuff, like, would be honestly like, okay, I kind of get where it's coming from, but they don't really drive that point home, I think, a little more than they think they probably could have. They like went kind of full send on like they're probably racist kind of deal, but I think there could have been a good like, oh yeah, they're really doing this just because like, well, they're police officers, they work hard, like why don't they deserve some good shit in their life, right? Like they used all the money to like buy shit like new coffee machines for the office, like brand new police cruisers. Like basically they were taking advantage of the law to seize money that they should not have been able to seize. Like tens of thousands of dollars, like going into like the millions of dollars pretty much. And just buying new kit for themselves. And it's like, oh yeah, that does make sense because like their fundings get caught, but it's like, yo, it's really fucked up that they're doing it to their community like this. But I thought it was a pleasant surprise. I think the action was pretty good. I watched Bring Her Back, which is a newer horror film that came out this year. Has witchcraft. It's also really fucking sad.
Like loose plot line of it.
Loose plot line. These kids, their dad dies, and they are taken in by an adoptive mother. But the daughter wants to be adopted, and they begrudgingly take on the older brother. And the older brother is like becoming ever suspicious about this adoptive mother who's like trying to ixnay the brother from both of their lives.
Okay.
Like adoptive mother and the sister. But there's some strange shit afoot. Strange shit. Some supernatural shit.
Some horror-y stuff.
Some horror shit. I really liked it. I really liked that movie. It's super fucked up. But I really liked it. I was like, damn. Damn. It was good. It was, if you like horror stuff, like it's definitely worth it. Randomly I stayed home while Michelle went off to a party. I was like feeling kind of under the weather. I didn't want to get people sick if I had something. Turned out I didn't. But I decided to watch Godfather Part 2 because a friend of mine had been playing Mafia: The Old Country. So randomly I just started watching it, and I was like, damn, this movie really is a 5 out of 5.
Finally.
Yeah. How does it
No. Like I've seen it. Like I saw this movie forever ago. I've seen part one multiple times, and like I could tell you everything that happens in part one from beginning to end, but I never saw part two again. Like I watched part two and part one and three back when I was in high school. And then I rewatched part one like multiple times between then and now. But I had never seen part two with my refined palate, you know, and I was like, damn, this movie fucking slaps. I think it is as good as the first one. I know a lot of people think that this movie is better than the first one. And I understand why, but I think I might like the first one better than this.
That was
But
my big question because I've only seen part one, and I've always heard part two isn't as good. But I wanted to confirm that.
Really, I've always heard that 2 is even better than the. It's like 1 is a 4.5 on Letterboxd, 2 is a 5.
Is it
yeah,
more? Is it more or less iconic though?
I think 2 is more iconic than 1.
no,
Interesting.
you
I think
think
a lot of
so?
the lines are. I think a lot of the lines
A lot of the lines are from
from
part
1
one.
are iconic, but a lot of people when they think of Godfather are really thinking of those lines, but the movie they're thinking of is Godfather 2.
Nah, because the only scene anyone ever talks about is the kiss of death, and like I don't hear a lot of people referencing scenes from two ever. Um, only saying that two was good. Cause like you get a lot of scenes like people like even in pop culture you get more references from part one. Like you get a lot of like the horse in the head, or like how many times do you hear make an offer you can't refuse? You come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding.
That's fair.
You know the pizza shoot where Mike shoots the cop and what's his face, leave the gun, take the cannoli. That was
Holy.
also in the first movie. So many scenes. I feel like the first one was way more iconic, and also you had Marlon Brando in it. Like Marlon Brando fucking helped sell that movie so much.
True.
Yeah, I mean that's based off of what I've seen and like what I've like other people. But I've like people when they talk about like part two, it is in high reverence. Like they love that movie. It's good. Totally did like I forgot. Like I don't even know how I forgot or like didn't realize that Robert De Niro plays a young Vito.
Mm.
Like totally forgot. And you talk a Sicilian the whole movie just like it is. But the story is interesting. I like how the story is told. I would hate usually like going back and forth between two characters like this, but the whole movie Freeman is just it's the rise of Michael, and or like not even the rise, like it's like kind of the rise and almost the fall kind of Michael, but then you see how Vito came into power, like how he left Sicily, made it to America, and like ended up becoming the Don that he was, that you
Well,
see at like the start of part
and I
one.
think that's part of
Gotcha.
why I think I should have phrased it better earlier, where it's not so much that 2 is like more famous or anything than 1. I think 2 is seen of as more of like the film, the film enjoyer's film, where it cover like it's not the first one is really a gangster movie. It's about the rise of a gangster, but 2 really has the, like you said, the play between Vito rising and Michael kind of struggling to maintain. I
Yeah.
guess is the best way to put it. So it's something that a lot of these crime movies don't really go into. I think is part of the appeal of 2 is that it's not the yo, I'm this up and coming gangster, I'm so cool. It's I mean, obviously the first one isn't exactly that, but it's very much like, okay, what does the day-to-day life look like when you are the Don and you have to try to hold on to that? And how did someone else come up who didn't have the connection of his dad being the Don?
Yeah. It plays into a lot of political things like mafioso wise, which is very interesting. And also you get to see where like how that comes to be, right? Like Tim said, it's like maintaining these things. It's like, okay, now that Michael's in power, like how is he going to handle these political connections, like through actual politicians and other mafia leaders, right? Because it's like, okay, when he was coming up and doing, basically just things like he was just helping out, but like now he has to look at the bigger picture and navigate those kinds of waters. And then and like Tim said also, like seeing Vito literally start from nothing and getting to where he finally is, and it's really good and smart storytelling. Like as a movie, yeah, I could probably see that's like I could probably agree that is a better structured movie where the first one is just some straight mafia shit and it's just a cool watch. But they are like I would say they are both very different movies. Not as different as like let's say a Terminator 1 and 2 where like
Yeah.
Terminator 1's a horror and a Terminator 2 is like an action movie.
Yes,
But
those
like
are very different.
yeah, like different enough where like you could tell like oh one definitely has more refined structure than the other. Yeah. That being said, watch it.
Yes.
I would honestly watch it. See, this is something that I would watch with you again if I didn't just watch it. Like if it was like a 1.5 hour movie, sure. This is like a 3.5 hour long movie.
Is it? I was gonna ask. Is it over 3 hours?
It is a long movie.
Yeah, if I literally didn't just fresh watch it, I would watch it with you.
Yeah, the Godfather.
And the last movie, and
I
I'm
like the
guessing.
Godfather, but it felt long. Even just part one.
Oh yeah, dude.
That was
Any
over 2 hours.
mob things are fucking like if you're not into it, it's gonna be long. Like
I still never
everybody.
watched Irishman.
I honestly, if you like these, I would
whatever.
recommend it. It's slow though.
You made it
3.5 hours for the Irishman. Jesus.
Yeah, it's a long ass movie.
Like I said, Tyler was like, you don't have to.
Yeah, you don't have to. I wouldn't. I wouldn't go out of my way to watch it. Like people ask me all the time, like, oh, should I watch oh my God, The Sopranos, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, listen, if you like mob stuff, like if I was like, you need to have at least watched at least a decent amount of these movies, and if you like these movies, then yes, I recommend watching Sopranos because guess what? It's fucking slow as shit. But when shit happens, like it's good stuff. And it's like if you also like character studies, this is also a good show to watch. Also, if you're from I hate saying it, but it's like if you're from New Jersey and you're familiar with the surroundings, it's fun to see like, oh hey, I know where that place is.
My dad talks about watching The Sopranos when like we were growing up because we didn't watch it, but when it was coming up, but him watching it, and he still tries to get me to watch it. Apparently, my brothers watched it, and I'm just like,
I want to at some point. I know it's a good show. My whole family loved it.
That's our next anime, Freeman. Our
Sopranos, amazing anime.
The next anime.
Once Call of the Night is over, we're gonna switch to watching the New Jersey anime.
Did I send you guys the Evangelion opening, but it's just Sopranos?
Yes. Yes. It's a good show. I honestly, but here, this might be a hot take, especially because I live in New Jersey. I honestly don't understand the hype. And for the people who do like the show, I think they get the show completely wrong. I think they completely misinterpret mostly what the show is about, and that bugs me even more.
The Sopranos?
Who like Homelander and The Boys. They're just missing the point of the show.
I think so. Most people. I can't say all of it, but I think most people do. And like, yeah, they're like, yo, Homelander's so cool. It's like and that's an argument actually. Quick tangent on this.
Oh boy.
People love Tony Soprano because he's this fucking guy. And I'm like, you guys don't understand that this guy is fucking depressed and he hates his life.
Oh yeah, he does.
Like he's literally living the toxic masculinity life that he was forced to be in. And the whole show is about him
but
realizing
Tyler, the gangster is so cool.
I know, and that's what a lot of people see, and I'm just like, dude, what the fuck are you like? Are we watching the same fucking show?
Nope.
Come on, man. It's really annoying. And that's why, and honestly, that is why I do like the show, and I think it's good, and I think it is a masculine bravado show which isn't really even trying to hide that it's like it's really pointing out toxic masculinity, especially given the culture that it's in and the state that it's in and like the time. Like, I don't know, we were also brought up, not completely, but like, I don't know, my family has been like all big about like, you know, oh, we gotta, like, if we're men we gotta act like this type shit, especially in New Jersey. I know a lot of men that were like that. There's been other things about that, like, I don't know if you guys have seen like Don John or anything like that, but it touches on a very similar subject with men in New Jersey, funny enough, and toxic masculinity. Not saying I'm a man hater. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it's an interesting thing to point out. Yeah. That the Jersey Shore guys are like actually real and they're goofy as fuck, and they just really haven't like looked inside of themselves. And then you have a show about a mob boss who is like looking inside of himself and not sure about what he wants to be or do, and it's kind of interesting. So yeah, maybe I am telling you to watch The Sopranos. I don't know.
It sounds like we should just watch Sopranos.
I mean,
maybe just watch The
Freeman,
Sopranos.
I know I made it a meme, but like you guys talk about how I don't want to watch anything but anime, but like I would be down to watch a real show instead of anime.
Oh no, I'm taking your request seriously. This is a show that we're both interested in. There's no anime that's interesting. Let's watch Sopranos instead.
Or we can watch Band of Brothers, because I know that's a big one that
I want to watch that one too. And that one's
I watched it
not that
recently,
long.
but I will watch it again.
Oh hell yeah.
Dude,
oh wait, Tyler
that
wants to? No, we can now.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
I know.
We killed the Overwatch session. It's time to kill the
almost,
Weeb shit.
We're almost done. Well,
yeah, sorry.
I thought we were going to try to kill the podcast.
From Beyond, because you were curious about From Beyond, weren't you?
Oh, I was asking about it earlier, because did you actually finish that? You said you were watching it during dinner.
Yeah, well, we were watching. I decided to finish the rest of it.
Okay.
Because I kind of knew what was going on. I was like, okay, yeah, like they stop the ghost machine, and things are fine, but it's still spooky at the end. Like, you know how this shit goes.
Gotcha. Your standard horror
I haven't.
ending.
Yeah, I haven't written my review for it yet. I think I'm gonna give it
I was gonna say
3, probably.
All right.
It's a classic 80s horror movie. I was telling Friedman I've been into like horror movies, and as much shit that I give Val all the time for being like, it's spooky season, gotta go to Target and get my things and get my pumpkin spice. Tyler, this is what I like. Like, I'm like, all right, fine. Like, you know, I will watch my horror movies like once the degrees start dropping like 2 degrees. So, but it was interesting. It's not like as good as a Hellraiser. Like, the best thing I could compare this to, I don't think you guys have seen this, but like Hellraiser, it's kind of like a Hellraiser. It's like an erotic, supernatural horror movie. I didn't realize it was gonna be this. This shit is always really fucking weird. I don't know where they get this shit from, but I don't know, cocaine in the 80s or something. I don't. But that's it. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. It's unremarkable. I think if I watched it back then, I probably would have hyped it up more, but it didn't really age that well.
Gotcha.
You played Astrobot, Freeman?
Yes, I started playing this one last night. So I mentioned before that after my last story-based game, I didn't know what I wanted to jump into and what format, whether it was going to be Persona 3, but try to do it on Steam Deck so it's mobile. I didn't really want to think about jumping into something too long. I wanted something short and sweet, and I bought Astrobot at release because I wanted to show support for just like the genre and kind of just promote them. So I already had it installed on my PS5. I just jumped in because I'm like, I can kill an hour or two before bed, and I ended up stopping earlier than I wanted to because I was straight up like falling asleep from this weekend. But Astrobot, a lot of fun. Reminds me a lot of the days where I was always playing like Mario platformers. Every level having it, not every level, but every other level having some unique add-on gimmick that's unique to that level was definitely very refreshing and made each level kind of stand out a bit. I don't know where I am overall progress-wise, but I think it only takes like 12 hours to beat the game if you're not going for every collectible. And it's so far, it only seems like there's 2 like collectibles on each course. The same way you have a star in Mario. You go to a stage and there's like between 5 and 7 bots hidden around the map, and you can rescue as many as you want as you complete the level. And you need to collect a certain number of them within a grouping of levels in order to go fight the boss. So it's very much like in Mario, you need to get a certain number of stars before you get to the next like room in Peach's castle, kind of thing in Mario 64. So it's very much it's nothing too outlandish or unique, but it's very polished. And I don't like that it's using motion controls a lot, but like they take advantage of everything on the PS5 controller, which I wish more PlayStation games would do. So I'm having fun. I'm gonna clear this game and then I'll figure out what I'm doing story wise. Not gonna lie, I'm debating on just kind of jumping back into Witcher 3 for a little bit.
Oh shit!
Tyler,
I feel bad that I dropped it.
I was waiting for you to finally take a 5-second break, Freeman, so that I could go. Tyler, this man will literally play a game he bought 3 years ago to fucking not play finish Witcher 3.
Dude, unironically, I would rather do Witcher 3 than start another long-form story game. Because I've said this before and I'll say it again. Witcher 3 is so easy to jump into, play, fall out of love with, and then come back later and just jump back in because it's not that mechanically deep and all the story chapters are decently contained. So as sad as it makes you guys, this is the perfect game for dropping and coming back to. That said, I do kind of want to come back to it.
You don't even have that much left is the worst part, though.
I don't know, man. The DLC is supposedly long.
It
is
long, but it's not like
you're playing the whole
game again. It's like a dense region from the main game.
Yeah. But they're tossing these
Do I
side
give
quests
up,
at me.
bro?
They're killing me.
I realize Freeman is just gonna play shit when he plays shit, and I just like I can't. You know what though? At least it's better
Oh, here we
than
go.
me telling you to play
Yep,
things.
there
Yeah,
it is.
yeah. You already see where this is coming.
I eventually get around to it.
I knew it.
Yeah, at least he gets around to it. At least, at the very least.
Yep.
Yup. Oh, speaking of which, I sent you a thing, Freeman. It looks really cool. The Astrobot DualSense.
Oh, I saw this and I'm so pissed because full disclosure, I only owned one PlayStation controller going into last week. I bought a second one for the possibly playing multiplayer games locally. So I'm mad that I bought one last week when this just got announced today. But there's like an Astrobot themed one that looks so nice.
You should have asked
the
me.
blue
I have
handles.
like access to multiple DualSense controllers.
It's fine. I wanted a second one so I could sync one while not using it up to a computer and not worry about constantly turning on my PS5 with the one that I have.
The Tyler strategy.
Yeah, I heard you doing it and I wanted to do it too.
Yeah, it's a good choice. Good choice.
All right. Enough about
speaking
Astrobot.
of PlayStation, well, it's not just PlayStation anymore. Helldivers 2. Well, we talked about this too, kind of, but I wanted to give my touch base on it. Helldivers 2 got an Xbox launch, and a week after, it came out with the Halo War Bond, which I was able to get. It's pretty cool. It's pretty neat.
Can I ask a
enjoy
question,
it.
Tyler?
No.
What exactly? What exactly is the strategy from the Helldiver devs of going, hey, we know that the Halo crossover is going to be like the biggest shot in the arm our game has gotten in like a year. Why don't we also put out a bunch of other war bonds at the same time? Like, what does that accomplish exactly? Because I'm so
to
unclear.
Actually get you to spend money, I guess.
But what about the Halo? Can't you spend money on the Halo one?
You sure can, because it's it literally costs more money than the other ones.
Of course it does.
Yeah, which I got by farming anyway. So
I saw on Steam. I don't have Helldivers installed, but when I opened my Steam library, it goes, "Hey, here's recent updates to the games you play," and I see Helldivers, Underground, whatever, and then next to it, Halo comes to Helldivers. And I'm like,
yes.
They've bumped it off their top news.
They're like dated the same day or like within one day of each
other.
I'm like, why?
So the Underground stuff is different though. The Underground, the patch 1004, that added new enemy types for, I almost said the Tyranids, the Terminids, and underground missions, which are absolutely fucking like they're hard as shit. Like I tried a few of them.
Well, yeah, you can't call it anything.
You can't call in anything. You have to like really know what you're bringing in to like do these things. It's interesting. I actually think it's an interesting little thing that they're doing. I'm looking forward to hopefully actually beating one of these days, but today ain't that day. But yeah, they are adding a new war bond, which I do think is kind of funny, even though they just put out this premium war bond. or legendary war bond they call it.
Oh
Yeah.
my God,
Legendary.
fucking names.
Yeah, I know. It's a good war bond though. I'll say this, like as like a war bond review, I think it's really good. All the weapons are pretty solid. The SMG is getting nerfed, which makes me sad. The SMG is getting nerfed to shit. And
The
it's
fucking Halo SMG.
yeah. Well, all right. So
Oh my
they're
God.
not like they have no notes about it, but from it be like it's really good. It has medium armor pen, and the thing's a fucking laser beam. It's really good. They're probably gonna nerf it, is my guess. Like I could be talking out of my ass. Actually, I am talking out of my ass.
I know this is an eternal discussion. I always
Yeah.
fall into the camp of if a game is PvE, stuff should just be getting buffed all the time.
You're right. I agree. What's the point of it? Like they're like, oh, it can't be too easy. It's like, what do you mean? You're throwing all this other bullshit.
too much fun killing the bugs. Whoopsie doodle.
Yeah. God forbid we have way too much fun killing shit, right?
God forbid the gun that everyone spent all this money on is actually good. What to do?
Yeah, I don't understand. No, nah, man.
Freeman's coming in.
I don't agree with
PvP?
there being a ubiquitous
Ubiquity?
best
Yo,
weapon.
It's not
how did you
ubiquitous.
know that I was
Everything
looking
should
at
be
the
good.
fucking ubiquity, bro? How did you know?
No,
How did you know I was
everything
looking
should
at
be
the
an
ubiquity
option.
shit?
Everything should be an option. If the SMG is too good, Freeman, then that means the other guns need to be better, so that you can have a reason to play them.
Then what if the game
Yeah.
becomes so unbalanced? There's no challenge because you buffed
Then
everything.
you buff
to
the
match
enemies.
the
Things should
weapon we
only.
accidentally released.
Who cares? It's just fighting bugs. You're not beating up. Just spawn more bugs.
I
Make
can
harder
understand
bugs.
if weapons were too unbalanced, like if you're one-shotting things. But the things that they nerfed, like they nerfed it to the point where it's like it's
You actually
it's
wouldn't use it.
unusable. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
that's the
there's
problem. They
no
don't do
balance.
micro adjustments. They just nerf shit to the ground.
Yeah,
My-
that's the thing that bugs me.
My frustration is with games like this, or even I'm looking at my Steam library, so I'm thinking of games like Warframe, games like Dark Souls. Like, yes, or even in Magic, there will always be a cream that rises to the top. Like, there will always be a best thing, but when the response to the top is, well, you're not hurting other people, you're just playing this for fun. Let's look at why the other things are weaker and give them something interesting. Like, yeah, the
Yeah.
numbers are great on the SMG, but also people love the SMG because it's from fucking ODST. If that gun sucks, people will still play it. Okay, so then make other guns better. Don't make it weaker because that's such a feels bad for the people who just spent more money than on anything else to play this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
the fact
agree.
that these individuals are a lot effectively behind a paywall is what makes it hurt. Because like I'll make the argument like I'd still play Guild Wars 2 and I only play PvE. I ignore the PvP scene, and it's very much a case of there are a lot of periods of time where it's like of the 9 classes in the game, one is so good at everything that a lot of people saying, why are you even bothering with the other classes? Just play the good one. And you show up with another one, and even though it's PvE and you can clear something with a Guardian, everyone's gonna be like, why the fuck aren't you playing Mesmer? Mesmer is the only class in the game right now. And that's the mentality that they balance around them. They don't want there to be only one where everyone says, if I want to play effectively, I have to play with X.
To be fair, I would also classify as different because an MMO versus a game that's like squad based that you usually are going to play with friends, I would treat very differently. Like Helldivers, I mean, you guys are aware. I basically don't play random multiplayer stuff anymore, where you have to be cooperative with people I don't know. I just don't bother. Like Helldivers, I would happily play if I was playing with friends, that's why I've never got into MMOs. I'm not gonna go play with like 10 random people because then you just get judged and you get the worst of everybody.
It's not about getting judged. It's about proving you're better than the min-maxers. That's why I play MMOs.
Lol.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
To show how great my DPS is, and then barely hit bottom of the chart.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Well, at the end of the day, it clears a clear.
That
For
should
real.
be the attitude.
The question is, I have no idea what the attitude in Helldivers is like these days.
I don't fucking. I only play with people that I know.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah, then I watch shows. I know we usually have the rule of like shows that we finish, but like I'm gooning over this
Dude,
show way too much.
I'm fine with talking about starting. I am just limiting it so that the Weeb shit isn't overblown every week.
That's fair. I did finish Evil, and I'm not happy with the ending. But I
We
figured
are
as much.
very like-minded on this one.
I'm like, I understand why it happened like this though, but it still bugs the shit out of me.
They were fishing so hard for someone to pick them up for another season, and it just didn't happen.
Yeah, I honestly I feel like this is one of those shows that like like it should have never gotten picked up or anything. After season 2, they should have just let it die. Which I'm upset because I love the premise. The premise is fantastic, and I love the chemistry between all three people. For those listeners, Evil is a show that was what started by NBC. I think it was
Who had it
NBC.
originally?
I think
Maybe
they had it
was it
originally.
Paramount? I'll
Yeah,
pull this up. You keep
Paramount.
going.
But it's about this team of three people that work for the Catholic Church, a priest. Well, at the show start, priest in training, a forensic psychologist, and just an all-around smart dude. That's literally his job, smart dude. And they investigate whether stuff is either a miracle or a curse, and they report back to the church about it. And I was like, yo, this is my shit. But it kind of falls off like hard because it got dropped. It was picked up by Netflix and then dropped again, and then it was picked up by Paramount. Like it was a
It was
fucking
a
mess.
production nightmare.
Yeah, it was not
And
long for this world.
And then I think what was it? They were trying to film during COVID, then they reduced season 4 or something. So you very much see they like rushed into plot points going into season 4, and they just had to squeeze the whole thing down.
Yeah,
and then they
it
got
was
like an
rough.
extra 4 episodes after the squeezed season, so they paced that incorrectly.
Dude, that was so terrible. It was so bad. Especially the fate of some characters, which I won't go into for spoiler's sake. Like we can talk about it afterwards, but like
Yeah.
it's just not that great. And then I got a show that I'm even telling all of the sci-fi people to watch, and that's fucking Alien Earth, dude.
Wow,
Alien
I've heard
Earth.
Monday
such
night,
mixed
based on your
things. This is
recommendation.
wild.
Mixed thing, man. They're fucking crazy. They're crazy. Listen to me. Listen to me. I'm hoping. I'm really hoping that this season sticks the landing, because like this is preemptive, but like the first like I think it's 3 episodes or 4 episodes are out. Every episode has been great. I love it so much.
I'm glad to hear you think
I
that.
love the retro future. The retro future aesthetic is fucking back, and I love it. I'm just saying, it's good. It's really good. Who you hearing mixed things from? What are they saying?
I don't want to tell you. Because you're going to be like,
Now
of
I'm
course.
dying to know.
I mean, some of the boys might have been messaging about.
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
I
boy.
see. I see. I see. You know, I can't even really talk shit about them. I don't even know them like that. It's fine. It's fine. If they don't like it, that's fine. But I do genuinely think you should give it a shot. Like, I love the like, it's horror. It is 100% horror, and it like, honestly, it's if you're a fan of the first 2 Alien movies and you're a fan of that like classic like horror, and if you're into the retro future look,
Yeah.
it's like it nails the aesthetic fantastic. Now here's the thing. Here's the mixed things that I can imagine are being said, and here's why I love the show, because I'm not a true Alien fan, right? Like I have a buddy who he loves sci-fi and he's into this show. He likes the show, but he hates what they're doing with the whole alien lore. That being said, I don't give a shit. I watched the Alien movies and I never really cared about the plot or the lore. I always thought it was like just some stupid dumbass excuse to get people eaten by a monster in space, and that's all I look at it. Like honestly, Tim, who's watching Godzilla for the actual lore? You're not watching it for the lore. You don't care. It's just a vehicle just to see giant monsters kick the shit out of each other.
Why am I getting pulled into this?
Because I'm trying to have you see. I'm trying to make you see. See what
Do
I'm
you see?
Do you see? Do you
I
see? Now, granted, I understand how these people feel, these dick riders feel, because I too am a dick rider for some of these things.
Oh my god.
But I don't think that should detract from what I think is objectively good. I do genuinely think that, like, if you are an actual fan and like you do care about like some of the stuff that has to do with this, I still think you should at least give it a try just for what it is. I think so far the storytelling's been pretty good. And the aesthetics are really good. I like it. Fuck the MOBOs.
Oh my god.
But not actually. Don't actually fuck them. I think they're probably good people. I only met them like twice. Ohio boys, if you're listening,
they're not.
They're probably
I
not.
loves you, but not your opinion.
Just in case, no animosity. You guys
I feel like,
chill.
to be fair, I've also been seeing posts on Reddit about like differences in whether or not this is good or not.
Yeah, I honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. I was actually very skeptical about this show. I'm like, why are they making this show? What is the point of making this?
Yeah, when I saw
That's always a
when
good
they first
question.
released, I was like, this is going to be a cash grab, no doubt about it. But it sounds like it isn't.
Yeah, I think they definitely like, this has to be an expensive show. Like it really has. They did some shit in this show. But who knows? Like it could turn out bad. I feel like I should do some like research and wonder why, but so far I think some of the criticisms that I've heard are from people within my circle, and all of those criticisms have been with retconning and things that had to do with the lore. And I'm just like, man, fuck the lore. Who cares? I want to see people's faces getting eaten off. That's it. And what's cool is they introduced other aliens that eat you in other ways. I'm like, how could you not like this? This is great. I want to see some fucked up shit. And Michelle's like, why do you want to see fucked up shit all the time? I'm like, this is great. Dude,
Did
speaking
you not
of
hear what I just said,
right, circling back to From Beyond, dude, they got some. It may be an old movie, but I will say there was some really gross shit. There's some really gross shit in that movie. I'm like, dang, they're like, this may not have been technically advanced, but like, it sure does look gross as hell.
Like, did it look? How do I put this? Did it look stupid because it was low tech in the '80s, or was it like?
Yes, it looks stupid because it was low tech in the '80s, but like, I guess it's because like my imagination can just take me there anyway. So it's like so the effects still kind of hit me. I'm like, just imagining like, damn, that like. Imagining like a hole just sprouting like in my forehead, and then you have this antenna just like coming out and like waving all over the place. I'm like, man, that's fucking gross. Or like someone's skin just sloughing off.
Ugh.
And like you're turning into this other thing. Yeah, like the body horror is pretty interesting. Actually, it made me think of The Substance. You guys haven't seen that movie, right?
No, but I know of it.
Quality. Yeah. Yeah, you're not gonna talk about your Marker Qualley movie, Freeman.
Wait.
You forgot. Yo, it was so bad.
Oh my god, it was so bad. I forgot to talk about it.
I'm so upset.
Shit.
That makes me so upset. Oh my god.
Hold on, sorry. Yeah, I gotta loop back to a movie I forgot that I watched this week.
Honey Don't.
I saw this in theaters and I forgot I saw this movie. Honey Don't.
Oh, fuck, man.
Good lord. The trailer misrepresented this movie so hard. I thought it was gonna be like a crime comedy, but it turns out
it looks so cool.
That Chris Evans thought he was acting in a comedy movie and no one else was told to do this. So all of his bits in the trailer really mislead the tone of the movie.
Oh my god.
It's this weird, just like middle of nowhere detective who she doesn't like using a cell phone for reasons. And it's just like this meandering plot of trying to solve this disappearance that doesn't happen until 10 minutes before the ending, and then they solve it, and then there's this whole overarching plot of like the church selling drugs and none of it fucking matters. It's like they wrote a 3-act story and they just kind of cut it off in the middle of the, like towards the end of the second act and called it a day. And I walked out of the theater being like, what was the fucking point of anything I just watched? Nothing
So
mattered. None of the
upset.
characters mattered. Half of them got killed off for no reason. Like, honestly, shitty movie. Very disappointed. I'm so upset I saw this one in theaters.
I'm upset that this was a bad movie. It looked really good.
Yeah, I was excited from the trailers. Like, Aubrey Plaza was in it. It was great. There was a lot of lesbian sex scenes, which were fun to watch. But beyond that, it really wasn't much.
It sounds like I'm streaming at home and I need the timestamp and just the timestamp.
Yeah, I can send you both. I think there's only 2, but yeah, I can send you both of them.
Oh, hell yeah, brother, hell yeah. Doing the Lord's work. Anyway, that's it. That's all I got.
Remember that movie because I would have completely forgotten about it.
Dude, I I had to because I was like, yo, he gave it such an abysmal score. Like, I gotta hear it.
You said this name, and I was like, why does this name sound familiar? I definitely Googled this name in the last week, but I don't remember why.
Yeah, and honestly, like my autistic ass brain was like, oh yeah, The Substance. Oh yeah, Margaret Qualley. Oh, it was funny. It didn't even jump to Honey Don't. It was fucking. Oh yeah, Margaret Qualley was in Death Stranding because I played Death Stranding recently. Oh, that's right. Hideo Kojima saw Honey Don't.
Wait, he did?
Yeah, dude. I think because dude, he posts some out of. He's the only dude who could get caught gooning like on IG and just be okay with it. Like everybody's fine with it.
Kojima.
He can do no wrong.
Kojima have a letterbox? Oh no, it's not the real one.
Does he?
No.
Yo, he might. Yo.
The first one that comes up is not a real one.
Oh fuck. Yo, if Kojima had a letterbox, he should. No, I can't find it. Yo, I can't imagine he doesn't have a letterbox though. He has to. He's
In an
got
interview
it.
from 2 months ago, he didn't know what Letterboxd was.
Aw.
I'm so shocked.
But according to the interview, he has a film diary on the Notes app in iOS that he's been tracking all of his movies with.
God damn it, I forget he's a fucking boomer.
Thumbs up for a like, 2 thumbs up for a love. That's it. No eye emoji equals no comment. Heart emoji equals he watched with his sons. Wait.
Fuck.
Plural? He has multiple children?
He has multiple children, yes. He has a wife and kids, bro.
He has multiple kids, and he's caught gooning on Instagram on a daily basis.
On a daily basis. Daily. I told you, he can do no wrong. He can do literal no wrong. The man is a hero. Hey, but that's all I got for the TNT podcast. Thank you all so much for listening, but we need to go back and I don't know, go to sleep or
do literally anything else.
Something.
Bedtime for old men. But until next time, thank you all so much for listening. My name is Timpedia.
I'm Friedman.
Chancellor Tyler.
And we'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for listening.